The ocean contains a lot of strange things that are extremely unusual. The absolute quantity of unexpected discoveries which are recovered from the sea is mind-boggling. Also, it grows daily.
Amazing!
We are sure that you will be amazed at our top 10 most amazing submerged oddities. 10. The Yonaguni Monument in Japan. The Yonaguni Monument is a submerged stone formation in the Ryukyu Islands in Japan. The monument contains mudstones and fine sandstones placed in a formation, although there's disagreement among scientists whether the structure is natural or man-made. 9. A sculpture park. Off the coast of Cancun, Mexico, there's a sculpture park that can only be seen by those willing to plunge into the Caribbean Sea. Brave divers can feast their eyes on over 500 statues, which were designed in 2009 as a monumental underwater museum used to demonstrate the interaction between art and environmental science. 8. The sunken city in Bay of Cambay, India. This vast 9,500-year-old lost city, which is 5 miles long and 2 miles wide, was accidentally discovered in 2001. This discovery predates all findings in the area by over 5,000 years. What's strange is that this meant the civilization existed when the ice caps melted during the last ice age, compelling historians to debate their understanding of the history of culture in this region. 7. Cuban underwater city, Havana. A team of scientists continue to investigate megalithic ruins seen in the Yucatan Channel near Cuba. In 2001, computer-generated images from sonar showed some granite structures under the waters near Cuba 650 meters below the sea level. Some have argued whether the structures are natural or man-made, as the dating found the structures to be around 50,000 years old. 6. Gunnery and pirate ships. In 1718, after it was stranded in shallow water off the shore of North Carolina, the infamous pirate called Blackbeard was made to sink his boat named Queen Anne's Revenge. Its ruins were discovered in 1966 and ended up being a wreck with a lot of artifacts. In 2013, North Carolina Department of Cultural Resources recovered the ship's big cannons. 5. Underwater Stonehenge. Lake Michigan has a Stonehenge in the middle of its underwater floor. Even more mysterious was the carving of a prehistoric mastodon that a diving crew found on one of the stones. In that event, it must have been created before the last ice age when the lake bed was dry, and that is, according to researchers, over 12,000 years ago. 4. Ill-fated emeralds. In 2010, a treasure map, which was purchased by amateur diver and part-time treasure hunter Jay Miskovich from a friend in a bar, was used to find one of the largest discoveries of sunken treasure in history. A multi-million-dollar fortune in emeralds off Florida. Annoyingly, multiple sources claim they owned the salvage rights to the Atoka, the 16th century Spanish shipwreck which Miskovich is claimed to have looted the emeralds from. The stress of being sued for fraud by the federal court proved too much for Jay, who eventually committed suicide. 3. The lost city of Heraklion. Heraklion, which was also known as the city of Thonis, vanished beneath the Mediterranean Sea some 1,200 years ago. But during the last decade, it was discovered almost in its entirety, submerged under 150 feet of water. Archaeologists have found gold coins, remains of the ships, and statues up to 16 feet in height from the bottom. However, they are unable to solve the mystery as to how this city was submerged in the water. 2. Apollo 11's engines. In 2013, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos recently financed an underwater search and retrieve operation for the Apollo 11 mission shuttle engine. The engine was located by a group of researchers in the Atlantic Ocean and had been lying there since the craft's launch in 1969. Both engines and parts which were recovered are now being restored. 1. Greece's early computer. The Antikythera mechanism was discovered in 1901 and, despite being in the ocean for thousands of years, is among the most astonishing discoveries of the current age. The earliest known sophisticated gear mechanism, its uses are not clear, but it is occasionally called the first analog computer because of the sheer complexity of its construction. Considered to be made to predict solar and lunar eclipses according to the Babylonian arithmetic progression cycles, the actual purpose of the mechanism remains a mystery.